Well, hello there. My name is, well, you already know my name. I'm not gonna say it because the more I say it, the dumber it gets, honestly. But I'm back with a video that I wasn't expecting to make, but the stars aligned. I'm not working today and I'm bored, and there's an article about a game that I'm mildly interested in, so let's talk about it. Devil May Cry 5, or after this news, definitely Devil Will Cry 5, has microtransactions for character upgrades. Like, just from the title, it sounds absolutely awful, but let's check the article out. Recently, GameSpot, because the source is GameSpot, had checked out the latest build, or not the latest build, I guess, a new build of Devil May Cry 5 at this year's TGS, which is a gaming event, and they noticed something interesting in the game, which is that there are microtransactions in a single player game. Not unheard of, but still, usually, well, not usually, always microtransactions in a single player game are awful. They're terrible, because here's the thing: in multiplayer games you can get away with microtransactions if they are done well, right? Because whenever they don't involve gameplay and they are only cosmetic, they are good because it's a way for people to support games without like screwing over other people who don't want to spend money on the game. But in single player games they are almost always awful because they have to affect gameplay in some way or another. They just have to affect gameplay, and the director does confirm this in his statements. So let's look at his statements, right? It's pretty much the reason I'm making this video is the director and what he had to say about microtransactions. So let's deep dive what he had to say about the microtransactions. So the director says the microtransactions are there so people can play however they want, which is bullshit, because I'll explain to you why once I finish reading his quote. If they want to save time and just get all the stuff at once, those people can do that. He's referring to the people who pay money, by the way. But on the other hand, I don't feel you have to get all the moves. He's referring to the people who don't want to spend money on the game after they pay the base price for the game, the price for the base game. Basically, if you notice, if you pay attention, you notice what he's saying. He's giving a pro for people who save money, people who pay money, and giving a con for people who don't want to pay money. He's not saying anything here that's balanced. He's not balancing his statements out. He's pretty much saying that if you don't want to grind endlessly and waste a lot of pointless time, you have to spend money, give us money. And if you don't do that, then you don't get to use all the moves. Basically, we'll lock off part of the game from you, and we'll also make the game harder so that you have to spend a lot of the pointless time on the game in order to finish it. And he finishes by saying you should be able to play it the way you want to play it, which is, again, if you take this statement to the statement before it, you just realize it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. You can't play the game the way you want to play it unless you pay us money. Not you should be able to play the way you want to play. The real, like, if you wanted to be truthful, he should have said you should be able to play the way you want to play the game if you give us more money after you buy the base game, because that's the only way you're gonna get to play the way you want to play, right? Because if you want to get all the moves, well, you're gonna have to give us some bucks. However, if you don't give us money, then we're gonna make the game, first of all, lengthier, not in a good way, but in a way that where you'll have to grind, and second of all, we'll lock some moves from you. So really, they're not giving you much of an option here. You have to give them money. Now obviously this is all speculation. I'm just taking what he's saying at face value and I'm just analyzing what he's saying. Those moves you can still maybe get at the end when the game is released if you grind, but the way he made this statement, it seems like some moves are gonna be locked from you unless you pay money. To be honest, it sounds very, very terrible. It sounds awful, and I'm kind of sad because the game looks really interesting, and even GameSpot themselves are praising the combat and how stylish it looks, and I like that. I like the combat in Devil May Cry games. I'm honestly upset about this, but I'm still gonna wait for the game to come out, and I'm gonna check out what people have to say about the game when it comes out, and basically decide whether I'm gonna buy it or not. But I'm 100% sure, I guarantee you that this will ruin the experience for people who don't pay money. This will 100% ruin the experience in the game, and whatever score it gets, like if it's gonna be an average game, then this shit is gonna make it a terrible game. And if it's gonna be like an awesome game, 10 out of 10, this shit is gonna lower the score to 8 out of 10, because there's no way this thing doesn't ruin the game experience in one way or another. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about Devil May Cry. Are you even interested in Devil May Cry? Do you like, well, obviously nobody will like the microtransactions idea, but do you think the reason the director gave is reasonable enough or not? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, stay awesome.